Alrighty, guys, let's talk about the Star Wars movie that actually looks like it's gonna happen. Because Star Wars movies, I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with them, or the future Star Wars movies, if you guys have been keeping up with the production and all of the troubled announcements and delays and reshoots and all these different things that have been going on with Star Wars movies over the last 5 or so years. It's been a mess. There have been films from Taika Waititi, Michael Waldron, Kevin Feige, Rian Johnson, all these different films that have been announced and then not released and basically canceled. And it's just gotten to the point now where we're not going to get a Star Wars movie until next year, The Mandalorian and Grogu, which, I have my doubts about all these other films, but it looks like that movie actually did film. So unless something horrifically wrong goes or happens over the next few months, that movie is going to be the first Star Wars movie in 2026, 7 years after the release of the last Star Wars movie, Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, in December of 2019. But the question remains, what's the next movie going to be? And for a while, it looked like maybe it's going to be that Rey New Jedi Order movie, except, oh wait, that one also has problems because it's hiring a third set of writers, at least the last time we talked about it. And there have been no updates on that movie. The other film announced at that time, at that same panel, it was Mandalorian and Grogu, it was the Rey Skywalker post-sequel trilogy movie, and it was Dawn of the Jedi, which is going to be directed by James Mangold. Nothing's been heard about that. Nothing's been heard about Swamp Thing either from DC, so who even knows about those movies? Quietly, though, another movie has crept up on the other two and has overtaken them, and it looks like it is officially going to be the next movie in the Star Wars franchise, and that is Star Wars Starfighter. It was announced a few months ago, I believe at an event. Was it D23 or was it Star Wars Celebration, I think? And it was announced that SHAWN Levy, who directed most recently Deadpool and Wolverine, as well as having done a lot of work on Stranger Things, which I love his episodes on Stranger Things, as well as some other things like The Atom Project and Free Guy, SHAWN Levy is going to be directing the movie, and it is going to be starring none other than Ryan Gosling, who I think is quietly one of the more underrated actors working today. I know he gets a lot of leading roles, and everyone loves him as Ken, but I mean, La La Land, right? We talked about this last week, but La La Land, I think he's incredible in it. I think he has an incredible range as well. It's just that he's also really good at playing that charismatic, kind of goofy character like Ken or in Barbie or in Free Guy, not Free Guy, what's the movie called where he's the stuntman? Anyways, the Fall Guy, not Free Guy, the Fall Guy. So he's really good at playing those kinds of roles, and we're going to see him in Project Hail Mary, a book that I really enjoy, and he's perfect casting for that. So he's going to be in the movie. But we've gotten only little hints in here and there about who else is going to be in the movie. Mia Goth and Matt Smith we talked about a few weeks ago, and now we have the official cast. Not only do we have the official cast, we get the announcement that this movie is actually filming and is entering production for real. And I have to say, I mean, I've had my doubts, not about this movie in particular, just that any Star Wars movie is going to ever get made. But this movie has a cast, and it's happening. And the cast has some surprises. So let's talk about this cast. And I'm reading directly from the source itself, the Star Wars Newsnet. No, it's not Star Wars News. It's just StarWars.com. So this is about as official of a source as you can possibly get. So let's read through this. It's only a few short paragraphs here, and then we'll talk about it on the other side. So this article reads, today, to mark the start of production on Star Wars Starfighter, Lucasfilm has announced the full cast of the upcoming feature film from SHAWN Levy. Joining the previously announced Ryan Gosling, the film stars Flynn Gray, Matt Smith, Mia Goth, Aaron Pierre, Simon Bird, Jamail Westman, Daniel Ings, and Amy Adams. Star Wars Starfighter is an all-new standalone adventure. The film, which has begun production, is an entirely original story set in a period of time never before seen, never before explored in Star Wars. Starfighter will be released theatrically May 28th, 2027. I believe, I don't know if we knew that actually before. I think we did, but I could be completely wrong about that. So there we go. Official release date, May 28th, 2027, a year after Mandalorian and Grogu. SHAWN Levy says, quote, I feel profound sense of excitement and honor as we begin production on Star Wars Starfighter, says filmmaker SHAWN Levy. From the day Kathy Kennedy called me up, inviting me to develop an original adventure in this incredible Star Wars galaxy, this experience has been a dream come true, creatively and personally. Star Wars shaped my sense of what a story can do, how characters in cinematic moments can live with us forever. To join this storytelling galaxy with such brilliant collaborators on screen and off is the thrill of a lifetime. And then there's a couple short paragraphs after that. So, okay, a couple things to talk about. First of all, Star Wars Starfighter coming out in 2027, May 2027. We'll see. I hope so. I hope it doesn't get pushed. But let's talk about the cast. I mean, first of all, well, before that, it's entering production. It's filming. So, I mean, worse things, crazier things have happened. Rogue One kind of went through a lot of production troubles, but then again, it came out as one of the best Star Wars movies I've seen in recent memory, so that's good. But Solo, a Star Wars Story, also went through some very dramatic, troubled productions as well, with Ron Howard having to step in for Phil Lord and Chris Miller. So a lot of things can happen during the shoot, but it seems like all things are positive. And the cast, I mean, I don't know much about Flynn Gray, Simon Bird, Jamail Westman, Daniel Ings, but Matt Smith and Mia Goth, we knew. Very good actors. Aaron Pierre very quietly rising up in Hollywood. He was recently in The Lion King, the Mufasa the Lion King, and he's going to be in Lanterns. He's going to be Jon Stewart. It seems like Hollywood is very high on Aaron Pierre. I haven't personally seen him in a whole lot other than Mufasa, but if Hollywood... it seems like people are really enjoying working with him, and it seems like he's a tremendous talent. And to add him is a very exciting thing. It's going to be probably one of his first big roles post Lantern, so that is a very exciting thing. And Amy Adams, I think she does not currently, she may or may not, she's been nominated many times for Academy Awards, but she may or may not have one at this point, but she is a world-class talent. She was obviously, for us comic book movie fans, she was in, of course, Man of Steel and the Snyderverse, the DCEU, as Lois Lane. She was good in it, I thought. But, I mean, she's a great actress. She's a tremendous talent. And to see someone like Amy Adams join the Star Wars universe, in what role, I have no idea. But that is a very, very exciting thing. So, again, I mean, we're watching this film come into development so fast, while all these other films are just floundering, right? All the other films that were previously announced just floundering and unable to get off the ground. And it's exciting. I think that, we have a lot to look forward to in that regard. And I personally am very interested to see where this film goes. So guys, what do you think about the cast announcement for Star Wars Starfighter? Are you excited about that? And the fact that it's entering production and has begun to film. What do you think about all of this? Let me know in the comments down below.